Hello, my dear learners. How are you all doing? I'm expecting a few of you who left a comment that you'll be joining today's live. So let's start the session for the day and I'll wait for you to join. Let's see how many of you learners are able to become a part of this live. So today's live is all about self-learning. If you are a part of my academy, Skillfident English Academy, then you probably know that I always stress on self-learning. I always ask you to pay more attention to self-learning. Try to speak English on your own. Use your self-practice methods, and I share so many of them in many of my sessions. So today also is all about self-learning, why you should choose self-learning, because many of you learners are confused whether you should buy courses or you should join some classes. You need to be a part of any institute. There are a lot of promotions and you're always tempted to join some institute, and I always tell you, no, there is no need. Go for self-learning. So since you're so confused what you should do, let me make it clear for you how self-learning is going to benefit you more. Self-learning has its own benefits because, you know what, I would simply say that all learning is ultimately self-learning. And I always say that self-learning is the best learning. And my dear learners, don't ever stop learning because there is too much to learn. I think there was some loss of connection. Okay, I can see Ajay, I can see Bhupendra. Hello Ajay and hello Bhupendra. Welcome to the live class. So tell me how you are practicing, what are your methods, what all do you do for your self-practice when it comes to speaking English fluently? Okay, let me tell you, one of the biggest benefits of self-learning is that it is more centered on individual, needs and goals. How an individual wants to approach learning English or anything, whatever you're learning. It's like for your overall approach towards studying any subject. So we need to pay more attention to our style, our pace. How do we want to learn English? You have to choose your own style of learning. Like Bhupendra is saying that he watches videos and practice. So this is something which I believe all of you are doing. You're all watching videos because there are a lot of them. Even the learners who are practicing themselves are creating videos. So that has become a very popular method for all of you, that you watch videos and you practice. What do you practice? Watching a video is nowhere a part of your study. You're just watching other people speak. What about you speaking? Do you speak? Do you get enough opportunities to speak? Do you give yourself time to speak? That is the main question. So I simply want you to have a personal approach to English. You should be aware and mindful about what are your needs, what are your learning styles. It cannot be everybody's cup of tea. Like everybody is watching videos. This is the only learning style that you know of. What about reading? Have you ever tried reading? Reading is something which involves a lot of your energies, First of all your senses are involved. You're looking, your eyes are active because you're looking at the text, you're reading something. Then your ears are active because you're speaking along with it. If you're a part of my sessions from a long time, I always say read out loud to what you're speaking. So reading out loud is involving your eyes, which are looking at the sentences, the vocabulary, your mouth, which is speaking the text, your ears, which are listening to you speaking, then your mind, which is actively involved. Of course, when you have to read something, you cannot read it mindlessly. Your mind is involved. And use your hand also to turn the pages, touch under the lines. And this is how all your senses are involved. So choose reading. What about standing in front of the mirror and speaking something, giving yourself a topic. I give you so many topics in many of my sessions. If you have attended the past few classes, I've given you almost 10-15 situations to speak on. How many of you have attended the last session that I uploaded this weekend? It was a wonderful session, but very few of you have actually seen it. So practice different learning styles. It is not just one method which all of you are using. What about working on the other areas? Are you polishing your English? Are you learning more vocabulary? Are you incorporating new expressions into your practice, into your speaking? Some real nice advanced expressions. What about all those things? Are you simply listening to other people speak? This is not the only way. So that's the best part about self-learning, that you get to choose your own learning style. You get to be working on the English according to your pace. And you know which areas are important for you to cater to. You need to have something which is more, just a moment. So I was saying that self-learning is beneficial for the individual goals and needs. It caters to individuals' goals and needs. Everybody has their own way of learning. When you were in school, there were students, like 40 students in a class. So everybody has their own method of learning. Some would cram the text, whatever, the subjects like SST, which has a history, which has a civics, a geography, people would just cram. Some of the students would understand everything, read it again and again. Some of them would not understand anything, they'll simply read the text and create their own answers. So every learner has his or her own needs. So this is a very important thing and a very good thing about self-learning, that it pays attention to individuals' needs. You are allowed to choose your own learning style and it is completely based on your pace. Okay, we have Ditya. Hello Ditya. You want to join my class? You can write an email to me if you want to join my paid classes. So yes, you can do that, but I would still say that these free sessions are enough. If you are practicing what I've been telling you to do, if you just give yourself a month, you'll see a noticeable change in your English, and then you would never want to join anybody's sessions. But still, if you want that personal guidance, you can write an email to me, Ditya. Okay. The next benefit of self-learning is that you feel independent. There is a sense of independence, and of course you feel more responsible. You feel that it is my responsibility to work on my English. Just like in school, many of you come and tell me that you have not learned enough grammar during school because you did not pay attention. You thought that it was the teacher's job. Isn't it that you blame the teacher? Our English teacher was not good. She was not able to teach us grammar properly. So you, when practice learning English or anything on your own, you feel more responsible. You feel that it is your responsibility and it is your job to work on your English. It is nobody else's job. So this is very, very important, that you take that responsibility, and there is a sense of independence. Being independent is always great. You are not dependent on any teacher, that they will come, they'll take a session, they'll tell you how to do things. Then the feeling is that it is the teacher's job now to teach us, or it is the teacher's job now to make me fluent in English. Doesn't work like that. Feel independent. There is a freedom when you choose self-learning, that okay, you can learn at your own pace, but it requires a lot of self-discipline. That's the first requisite of any self-learning practice. You need to have a discipline within yourself, that yes, I will do it. When there is a class, you have paid for it, naturally you'll go there. Naturally you'll just either it's a offline class, you'll go to the institute, or if it is an online class, you will be there online for that session because you've paid for it, just like with gymming. But if you feel like practicing yoga on your own, if you feel like going for regular walks, then it needs a lot of self-discipline. So self-learning also requires self-discipline, that you're honest to yourself no matter what. Every day you're going to practice English. So self-discipline is going to help you achieve anything in your life. If you're disciplined, if you're strict with yourself, you can do anything in your life. And then you're free to plan your classes. You can plan your classes in such a way that, just a moment, there is a call. Just a moment. Okay, so I was saying that you simply plan your classes, everyday schedule, that every day I'll be sitting for 1 hour, and in that time 20 minutes will be dedicated to reading. Then I'll probably work on my vocabulary. I'll learn 5-6 new words. Again, I'll be dedicating 20 more minutes, and then finally 20 minutes I'll be practicing. I'll give myself different topics to speak on, and I'll continue speaking. This is how it works. Set your goals. That it can be weekly goals, it can be monthly goals, it can be everyday goals, like learning some new vocabulary, some new expressions. It's like working on your other areas like pronunciation. If you have a very strong mother tongue influence, then you have to work on it. So you have to set your goals based on your requirement, and then you have to evaluate your own progress. So whether you've been able to achieve all your set goals, whether you're progressing, is there something good that you're doing with your English? Do you see your difference? Do you think that you don't hesitate anymore? Do you think there is a flow in which the words have started to come out of your mouth? You have to track your progress. Nobody else is going to do that for you. So track your progress. Please be disciplined enough to plan your own classes, set your own goals based on your requirements, and ultimately evaluate your progress. How far you've come, how many new words you've learned, how much your pronunciation has improved, how many new expressions now are just sitting on your tongue right there. So these things are very important. Okay, so Safrul Sheikh, hi. So we have a few people who are a part of the session now. Great. So are you all practicing self-learning? Is this what you're doing? Tell me if there are any problems that you're facing. You can just write here and I'll answer your queries. Okay, then there is a wonderful thing about self-learning, that it provides you with flexibility and comfort. You can choose your own comfort, whether you want to learn English at your home, or you just want to sit in a peaceful area. People go to cafe where you can go practice. You have to be just disciplined enough, and your comfort will provide you space to learn English. So there is a flexibility, and you all know that English is always a little flexible that way. You can create your own schedule, what time is most suitable for you. Many of you must be working, even if you're going to college, you're studying, you have a schedule. You come in the afternoon. Some of you may be working who would come in the evening, late evening, so you only have that night time or the early morning. You have to choose your convenient timings, which is that convenient time, and make sure that you're working on all the areas. Don't just depend on listening and watching videos. We have nature, law, hello. This must not be your name, nature, but hello, nature. I love nature. It's great if this is your name. So you have to schedule your own timings and whatever is convenient to you. Make sure that you're paying attention to all the aspects. Read something whenever you're sitting for a practice, like you have scheduled 1 hour class for yourself. So you will be reading something, you will be writing something, you will definitely be learning 4-5 words. At least pay attention to new words, make sentences related to them, if not really learning and cramming, and then ultimately you're going to speak. If you're attending my sessions, the free English sessions, there is a playlist where I give you enough vocabulary, where I give you a lot of homework related to even writing practices. What can you write on? Something which is very simple. And you even have that speaking practice situations also. So you can join those sessions. They're absolutely free, but you get everything. You can very easily plan your classes based on those sessions that I keep uploading. You can plan your schedule. So there is definitely a flexibility. You can easily learn English from the comfort of your home. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to go to any institute. You can do that easily. It is very simple. So yes, you can do that. Okay, there is this very nice thing about self-learning when it comes to working on your English to be fluent and confident in speaking. That is that you can use multiple resources. Suppose you've joined an institute, you have been part of an institute, you have joined any classes or you've bought a course. The person would introduce you the resources based on their understanding or their experience. You here are allowed to use multiple resources. Most of the institutes, what they do, even I have worked with a lot of institutes, what they do, they give you practice worksheets which are mostly based on grammar. So those institutes will not pay attention to the speaking part. It is only grammar, because the learner comes with a concern that their grammar is not correct. They always speak wrong sentences. They don't have a great command over grammar. They don't know much of the grammar rules. So this is what happens, that most of the learners are confused, and this is what the institutes do. They give you grammar worksheets, you just do them, and again, after spending 2-3 months, you still feel that you cannot speak fluently. So that's what is happening. Here, you can use multiple resources. You can use some video lessons which are uploaded. Here, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. Whenever you're going for video lessons, make sure that the person who is delivering the video lessons to you is a certified, a qualified teacher. Because many learners come here to practice English. That is not the real practice. You can watch them, take some inspiration, that's it. But for learning, you really have to have video lessons which are providing you something. There is a content in it. It is not just ranting, coming here and speaking. They need to provide you with some knowledge as well. You have resources which that video lesson has. And you can, that is something which you can, I believe you're smart enough to know whether the person who's teaching you is a real teacher or a learner. So stick to video lessons delivered by real English teachers. That will help you. They will show you the real path. You can buy some online free courses. Even on my channel, there are a lot of free courses. You can see them. There are free courses which are very helpful. The thing is that when you get something for free, when you get something without paying money for it, you don't value it much. You feel that, okay, this doesn't have value. The moment you pay for it, you feel, okay, now this must be something, even if the content there is not worth that money. So you can choose some free courses, you can choose some video lessons, you can choose some books. Now, I have started this new series. In my sessions, I've been reading books to you. So this was one book that I read, The Habit of Winning, in one of my sessions last week. It is a great book. You can choose a lot of books. In my last session, the weekend one, this was a wonderful, very insightful read. It only takes a minute to change your life. These are the books that I've been reading. I'll be coming up with more reading sessions because you don't read on your own. And I want you to read. The people who read are naturally very, very fluent. They don't complain. Their grammar is always correct. They always speak in a flow. They are being able to use good vocabulary. They incorporate nice expressions only because they have been reading. Read books. Use online resources, online courses. Use some video lessons, but do involve book reading as well, the physical books. They are not outdated. Read books. It is very, very important. Then you can use speaking practice, like you can enhance your skills by practicing English on your own. Speak up, give yourself topics, give yourself situations, and just speak. Don't depend on something which is easily available. Even if you join a course, even if you join an institute, the teacher will give you this material. As I told you, they give you grammar worksheets, just that. With self-learning, you have an option to choose a lot of resources, right? Something for listening, something for reading, something for writing. You can note down the best from everyone. So this can be very, very helpful. Do that. You are allowed to use multiple resources. Okay, so we have a query. Nature Law is asking how to do consistent practice and how to join your class for practice. Free classes are available here only. You can go check out the playlist. You'll get the list for free classes, and for paid classes, you have to write an email to me and I'll get back to you. My email ID is there in the description box. To be consistent is, I think, the most difficult thing which you're all facing, isn't it? Tell me. Consistency is the only thing which is required. Self-discipline and your consistency, that you don't give up. Your attention span has definitely come down because of the internet being so advanced. What do you say? To be consistent, you have to plan. Right now, please bring a notebook and note down. Right now, note down a schedule for you. If this is the time when you're free, 5 to 6, make sure that you read something every day. The thing which is there in written is more likely to come true. Something which is there in your mind, when you keep telling yourself, okay, I will do practice, yes, I will stand in front of the mirror and do something, than when you've noted it down, there are more chances that it will come true. So right now, note it down, 1 hour every day. Start with 1 hour. And then of course you can expand your practice time, because it will be, you'll be able to do it easily once you have decided. So note down the time. If evening is your time, do that. Evening, you can do it. 5 to 6. So you have to decide that you'll do some reading. If you don't have enough books, simply read articles that are available, but give yourself a chance to read something. Every day, make a few vocabulary known to you. Don't cram it. I would not say learn it. While reading only, it will happen that some vocabulary will definitely cross your attention. Some vocabulary you'll be doing. And for speaking, if you get nothing, whatever you're reading, just summarize it. That's all. Just simply summarize it. Do that. So this is how you'll be consistent. Planning your entire week. Otherwise, in your mind, in your thoughts, a lot will happen and consistency will always be on the back seat. If you truly want to be consistent with your learning, simply note it down. Simply plan a week. Start with the weekly plan. Then you can, of course, do a monthly planning with weekly plan. Like first week, if you want to do it separately, the first week I'll only be practicing speaking. So I'll give myself topics and I'll speak. The second week I'll work on my vocabulary and expressions, because I want to take my speaking skills to the advanced level. The third week will be about working on my pronunciation. So I'll listen to good English speakers, those who are from my native place or those who are from my native country. If you are from India, I always insist that you listen to Indian English speakers. If you just run after having an accent, American accent, British accent, then you'll miss out on the real English learning. It'll only be just the accent, not the correct English which we desire. So plan it. Right now only note it down. Nature Law, just note it down now and then see you'll be consistent. Stick to that schedule. Give yourself opportunities. Again, I would say the free English lessons will help you a lot. There are a variety of practice sessions there. It is going to be very easy for you to plan how you can plan. There are different methods that I keep sharing with you. So you can definitely do that. Sahadev has joined. Good evening, Sahadev. So those of you who've just joined, we have been talking about self-learning, its benefit, and how you can use it. So we have talked about how it is helpful to every individual, because every individual has their own needs, their own goals. So yes, keeping in mind, and then it provides you with some sort of flexibility and comfort, and at the same time it makes you more independent, more responsible. You feel that it is your job to work on your English, and then you are having an opportunity to use multiple resources. You're not just dependent on the worksheet, you're not just dependent on that 1 hour which your teacher is giving you. So that is also very important. And the last thing that I would like to say, just like you mentioned consistency, I will mention internal motivation. Are you motivated internally? It is very important. Sometimes we look at people speaking in English, they are villagers and they have not gone to school, but they can still speak it. We get motivated, we get inspired. We keep listening to them for months, but we ourselves are never able to speak. Never. It is because it is an external motivation that we are getting from other people. There is a lack of internal motivation. Are you internally motivated? What will motivate you internally? Your why. Why have you started learning English? Your goals, your interest motivates you. If you want to have a good job in your hand, you want to work in a multinational company, or you want a promotion in your office, or you want to stand out in your class, you want to impress many of your friends, your relatives, you have your own reason why you started learning English and why it is so important for you. So that's how you will motivate yourself, that okay, this is the reason. Keep that in mind right now in that same notebook. If you're sitting with it, just note down your why you started. Why is it so important? You want to enhance your personality. It is a self-improvement tool for you. You want to work on your personality, and English is inevitable. You have to have a good fluency these days. So this will motivate you. So simply choose your topics that interest and inspire you. When you're practicing, simply choose those topics which will help you go closer to your goal. If you're just again practicing the same thing which everybody is doing, why I feel hesitant, why there is no consistency, why do I get stuck, why do I fumble, how to think in English, because every learner is doing the same thing, they are coming in speaking about the same things, then it's of no use. You have to choose those topics which will take you closer to your internal motivation, the topic which inspire you. Are you interested in finance by any chance? Talk about financial topics. If you're interested in cooking, choose more of cooking related topics. Narrate recipes to yourself. Talk about different ingredients in English. If you're interested in sports, and you can talk about sports in general or that particular sport. If you're interested in physical fitness, talk about physical fitness more. If you're a book lover like me, talk about more books, like I keep talking about books. If you're interested in organizing and keeping your home clean and decluttering, talk about it. Talk about topics which inspire you, somewhere which is related to your personality, your skills. English speaking or speaking English fluently and confidently is all about enhancing your own skills. This is what you need to do. You have to enhance your skills. So there are some skills which are already there. English might not be that good skill that you have right now, but there are other skills which you're good at. You have to elevate them, you have to enhance them, and naturally they'll help improve your English. This is how it works. Your strength will come from your strengths. What you are good at will motivate you to be good at things which you want to improve. Are you getting my point? Apple Music is saying absolutely correct. I have no consistency and yet no confidence. Will be at C when an English speaking person is in front. So right now, note down a schedule. Plan this week. It's Wednesday. So don't do much, okay? Plan your Thursday and Friday practice. Simple I'm even leaving that weekend. I'll upload a new session. You can plan according to that one. In fact, the previous session that I uploaded last weekend, I think it got disconnected again. There is this very nice expression that I talked about, looking at life through rose-tinted glasses. So use expressions like that. This is how you will practice. The sessions that I upload are all about self-practice. So that will help you. Right now only, while you're watching this session, just simply note down your schedule for Thursday and Friday, how you're going to practice, which topics you're going to speak on, which books you're going to read, what kind of vocabulary you're interested in. And of course, you'll be including some idioms and phrases and all of that. So make sure that you've planned it. This is going to help you. We have Sonia here. Hello, Sonia. How are you? Okay, so your goal is to get yourself a job and communicate with others. That's a good reason to start working on your English. Good enough, fair enough. So this is how you will motivate yourself. If you keep this in your mind, why I started my journey of learning English, nothing can stop you at all. And what are the other problems that you're facing? Sonia, Forever, Nature Law, Bhupendra, what are the problems that you think are consistent with your English practice? We have Yashwant. Good evening, Yashwant. I hope you're practicing your English, all of you, every day. If not, just plan it. Make a schedule. Note it down. Noting down things help. Noting down vocabulary, new idioms and phrases always help. So note down. Once something is written, it is done. Write it down. You don't even bother. You know, this phone has taken over all the other areas. You're only dependent on that phone. Okay, let me just sit in front of my screen, the phone screen, and let other people come and practice here. I'll just watch them, and it gives you the feeling of English practice. No, this is not English practice, not at all. To practice it, you have to sit with a notebook and pen. You have to note things down. If it is noted down, it is done, almost done. My internet is creating some problems today. I just lost my connection. Yes, so shall we end the session here? I would like to end it here, and I would like all of you to practice English on your own. Choose your own methods, plan your own schedule, note it down, and just keep practicing every day. You don't even have to dedicate a separate time for that. You simply have to do it while you're doing other things. You're taking a bath, speak something, keep speaking, never stop speaking. You're getting ready, keep speaking. You're cooking something, speak. Even when you're sitting here, just speak. Keep speaking. There are enough things. You've watched a movie, talk about that movie. You've read a book, talk about that book. You are supposed to have a conversation with your boss, your parents, your friends. Keep talking about it in English. It is that simple. For speaking practice, you don't have to dedicate a special time. Speaking classes. Yes, my classes are always on. There are always sessions which are going on. There are always speaking classes. If you want to be a part of those classes, Sonia, you can write an email to me. I'm talking about paid classes. Free classes, I keep uploading there. They're always there on this playlist called Free English Classes. So they are proper classes. I am qualified to teach you English. I'm not somebody who has learned English and now I'm coming here to motivate you. I can teach you English. You can be a part of these sessions. Sujib, hello Sujib, good. So you watch my videos. Don't call them videos, they are proper sessions. You have to attend them. Kalika is saying, are you providing? Yes. Speaking classes are going on. Paid classes. There are always sessions. I always have sessions. Now, you people feel that because I always insist on self-learning. So I don't, cater to learners. No, no, no. My sessions always go on. There are always paid classes which are going on. That's my job. Coming here on this medium, uploading online sessions is another thing, but I always provide classes. My paid classes are always going on. You can simply write an email, and whenever I start a new batch, you will be a part of that session. To know the details, you simply have to write an email to me and I'll get back. Okay, so I'm losing my connection. I don't know. There is something really wrong with my Wi-Fi today. I was saying that it is not necessary that you join my classes for 3, 4 months, 6 months, not at all. Just 1 month would be enough. You will get your English in ignition. You will know that this is how we have to practice. It will aid again your self-practice. You can do that. Yes, the classes are for beginners as well. The beginners can join, but then you simply have to write an email and tell me a little about your English level. So introduce yourself in about 100 words. I will get to know your English level, and then I'll get back to you with details. But if you simply go through these sessions that I upload, I really think you don't need anybody's classes. You don't need anybody's instructions. You can do it on your own. Now, none of you is in class nursery or even in class 5, 6. I think most of you are already graduates, or at least, in higher classes. You're pursuing your higher education. So at that level, when you have already passed your class 10 and 12 with English as a compulsory subject, you don't need anybody's classes. Now you can instruct yourself. Now you can choose your resources. You're wise enough to do that on your own. You can very easily do it. It is not hard. After a certain point in your life, when you're already so responsible, you're working, you've studied, you've passed so many examinations. So it is easy that you just do it on your own. Simply, you need that consistency. Now that is where you lack. That is why one of you asked me that how can I be consistent? For that consistency, you need classes. Just like people go to gym. Everybody knows that it's so important to take care of our health. But it's not that we cannot do it. We can do it on our own easily. So we can go for walks twice in a day. We can perform some yogasanas. Everything is available for free. People are teaching in many of these health. The people who are healthy are not the ones who go to gym consistently. The people who speak in English are not the ones who have joined courses. They are those people who read consistently. So if you want me to give you one method for being fluent in English, it is always reading. Simply read. Today I'm facing a lot of problem with my Wi-Fi. It is getting disconnected again and again. I think we need to end the session. My email ID is in description box. It is skillfidentwithnamita@gmail. You'll find it in any description of any of my videos. It is available very easily. And that's all I think for the session. My best wishes are always with you. Keep working on your English, keep practicing, keep doing things which can enhance your English skills in a wonderful way. And this is how you can be fluent very easily. You'll find my email ID. All right, I think I'll take your leave because I'm facing a lot of disturbance. I'll see you very soon in some other session of mine. And all the best to you. Take care of yourself. Thank you for being a part of this live class. And I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.